Hey everybody, welcome back to FortressCraft Evolved here on Fiasco Factory. We are getting some stuff done, finally. I've gone down, I'm not sure where we got to last episode, but I think we had not yet located lithium, so I managed to do that and get kind of started. I saved a lot of it to do here on camera, but I wanted to get some progress made. So I've been smelting stuff and have been doing lots of other things here. I think all these machines were over here. We got tin plates being made over here. Copper wires being made there, but I'm kind of done grabbing them, so I'm just grabbing bars out right now. Lightweight machine housing and iron gear wheels. On this side, last time we talked about the need to make circuit boards and plates of various kinds so that we can make research pods. I don't have the research assembler set up, but I did use it a little bit to make a few research pods so we can build our research station, and also enough to do the first research we're going to need to do. This little guy here is a construction paste maker, and construction paste is what you use to make all these decorative blocks. I was wrong about build to me. It doesn't seem like it will overwrite these blocks. It will overwrite wood and various rocks and such. So let's see. So we got the construction paste getting made over there. This is the ore thief that we put up last time. I've had to kind of push things around here. I had a little research pod station set up here, but it used up all the coal. So now I'm mining up some coal and piping it over to here, which is our copper and tin mining is going on down there. And we need to get some more miners on it because we're not producing enough. These smelters over here are turning on and off because they're not constantly full. But anyway, there's two other little processes sitting over here just to share this battery and this coal patch. Here we put lithium. It gets turned into wires. It gets turned into coils. It goes into here. This is a lithium coil charger, and it needs power. It needs a fair bit of power. Not too much, though. And then that gets turned into charged lithium coils over here, and those are a key component we're going to be using to build a lot of things. And then we got another setup over here. What this guy does is we put copper bars in here. It turns it into copper wire, copper coil. Makes right there. We've got a little spacer here because the whole add, remove only business. Copper coils go into here. They get charged up here. Now this does require a lot of power, 100 pps, power per second. But and this is going to make a Mark I power core. And you see I've got a hopper full of them here. They don't stack, so a little bit of a problem for carrying them around. But I've got 22 on me right now. These are what you're going to need when you're going down and powering machines that aren't hooked up, and when you're trying to remove ore with super dig and that sort of thing. So I've been carrying them around. That's why I had to make that, because in order to dig downward I needed a little bit of extra power. Let me just fill these up again. Still don't have iron and lithium being belted up, but let's go downstairs and take a look. Let's see what else we got in our inventory of interest. Okay, I've got the research assembler. I don't have the research facility built yet. But let's just go downstairs and take a look. You can see I lined everything with wood there. This isn't necessary, purely decorative, but the wood's pretty cheap. And then I made these little rooms down here. Bright enough for you? Yeah. Iron is over here. We've already seen this. This is where we were before. But I did a little bit of digging because we're going to need to bring some power down through here. So I've got some digging over to here. There's a hole there. I'm not going to walk on it because I'll fall, because it goes down to the next level of the dungeon here. So over here, there's a little get down, and coming from down up above is where we're going to send power down to this level and steal it for the iron, and then we're going to send it down to the next level, steal it for the lithium. This is the elevator down to the lithium. I sometimes get confused, but always look up top. I don't have a hole up there. It must mean it goes down. So down on this level, this is 128. Lithium was right here, very conveniently. Now we don't have it getting power, but we need it to. So we're bringing power down over here. We're going to have to figure out how to get it around the horn over to here. I don't really want to run power through here. I like these to look kind of good. And then I also dug down to here let's pop down here and take a look. Oh, yep, there's that coal in my way. It's going to take an awful lot of digging to get through. I don't think I'm going to try that one with Super Dig. I think what I'm going to do with that is later on we're going to get a technology that will let us just burn through a 3x3 area of something. So anyway, we got down to this level here. This is 192. And down in here, found lots of goodies, including this blue stuff here is what's called cold cavern. It's very cold down in here. You look, my battery use rate right here is 0.8. If we slide down in here, you can see my battery use rate just go through the roof. I'll go ahead and grab this. This is some organic rock. I think I already have a piece of it. Yeah, well, we're up to 3, but there's some more right there too. But I don't want to grab it because it'll fall. Going down in there is bad though, because our power will just get eaten up like massively quickly. Oh, look at that! There's a new block down there. I think that's going to be crystal deposit, which is going to be useful for making certain things. Where the heck is my get out over here? There it is. There it is. Okay, so we can go back up here, but we gotta zip up the. We gotta go up the zip line. Hopefully, don't hit that. And let's get out of there. We're gonna leave all that down there alone, but we are gonna build some tech that will help us out. Oops, let's grab that stuff. And I guess I've got extra power with me, so we can go ahead and fuel this up. So you can see Arthur is out of juice right now. If I left click a couple times on that, he'll get refilled, and then he'll be able to pass it on to us. So very handy for when you want to come down and do a bunch of manual stuff like that. I've used a fair few of them. Basically, the only cost is some copper cable or copper bars and in energy, which is essentially coal. Coal's cheap. You've seen that already. It's just a matter of you got to generate the power and push it around. And I'm doing it in an inefficient way, like doing it at a bunch of different locations, but that's okay. We need to burn that coal, get it out of there anyway. Okay, this is out. Yeah. Let's give Arthur some more power. He can hold about 3 bursts from that before he gets full. I think if it were to overflow, it would just disappear. So probably don't want to, you know, do 10 of them in a row. Okay, there's our report. We're getting bugged about an entirely different set of things now, I believe. We'll find out when we go up top here what it bugs us about. It might bug us about more power. It might bug us about doing research. I don't know which it's going to be. We'll see, though. But we have an unprocessed scan, and it ought to be worth a fair bit, too. Let's see. 25, yeah. That is indeed a crystal deposit. So we can't even mine that up at the moment. We need fancy cutter heads to do it. And what was I going to... Where are you still going? Anyway, we got all of our researches. We have to do everything else in the research center. So let's take a look at recipes that we know about. I don't think there's anything left that we need immediately. I know you can hear me scrolling a lot there. It doesn't scroll very easily, that thing. It'll go along fine, and then like I guess maybe you're trying to scroll on a different UI element than it wants you to. So you kind of have to move your mouse around and start scrolling again. Let's see. Let's put a little more in here. I've got a fair bit of this paste, but it uses a lot to make that stuff. Some of those things cost 8 per. Anyway, 3.3K. We got plenty. So let's look at what we can build. There are a few turrets about, and mainly they were because there are these little cubey guys in the environment. They kind of look like blue metal. I think they're called camo bots. They won't move when you're looking at them, but they'll kind of rattle. It sounds like a bug or something. They will attack your power sources, and those guys are on the surface these days. They used to only live down in the cold caverns, but now they're up here on the surface. So I threw some turrets around. And then I ended up putting these little space glass windows in here because of our slime party. Slimes were getting down there, and for some reason they were being considered a threat by these guns. I don't know why. But in any case, they were falling down and they're dying and losing their bug parts, and then I was having to go down and get them. So I figured I'd just rather not have them die until I'm ready for that. So we leave it alone. Let's see what we can build. I got a little distracted there. So we can do some suit upgrading now. A solar cell Mark 1 takes copper wire lightweight machine housing. Jeez, I thought it took a lithium thing. Anyway, could have made that already, I guess. And a suit power pack Mark 1 takes some charged lithium coils. Now, fortunately, I've been storing them up for quite a while, so I actually have plenty of these. So that's awesome. And then let's look at Arthur here. So Arthur's got a battery core we can build him, which will let him hold 8 times more charge. Let's grab that. And then he's also got a solar panel, so he can generate much more quickly. And then since we have all 3 of these items, we can make an Arthur upgrade pack, which just basically consolidates it into one to save space in the inventory. That didn't work. Maybe it didn't work because I have it in my suit inventory. Let's get it out of there. Can we make that now? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, let's take a look at our inventory and open up our suit. So we've got our new suit power pack. We've got our solar cell that will let us generate some by solar. We've got Arthur's upgrade pack. So that all goes in there, and now he looks a lot better, and you can see that we have up to 512 power that we can get. And we'll let Arthur charge himself now. Now, let's see, there may be, yeah, here we go. An Arthur charging station. Take some lithium coils and some other stuff. We'll make that, and I'm going to throw that. I don't know if we'll be leaving that block there. I don't think we will. Let's put it here, because we're going to come up from the ground, and Arthur's going to be hungry. So if you press E on that, Arthur will go and dock on it, and he'll charge himself up fully. So you don't have to wait for the sun to charge it. That's going to make our lives a heck of a lot easier. Excuse me, I had to pause the video for a tremendous sneeze. I was just checking the coal levels here. I gotta remember that this is not automatically getting fed by coal anymore. Also, I just got a note that the copper ore has started clearing. You can see the little warning down there. That means we're gonna have to find a new copper vein. Might be done now. So, no big deal. So, you notice even though I had the offline warning on the ore extractor turned off, we still get that warning. So if you pay attention, you'll probably notice that warning and can safely have the warnings off. That one was right here on the surface, so it's a little easier, but when it's cobalt or something, or, you know, not cobalt, whatever, when it's some advanced ore that way down below, it might be an issue. You might not notice it over there on the upper right where the little notes get put. Alright, let's see what else we can make. I'm sure we can make some more things. Yeah. Not that. What do we need to make this again? We can make the basic ore smelters with organic rock, lightweight machine housing, PCBs. We've still got a couple of those. I'm not going to do it. But we can make these power storage blocks if we have a primary upgrade module. That's the second tier power storage block. So we're probably going to want to look into making primary upgrade modules. Let's see what else we got. Coal enricher. Organic rock, pristine phosphorescent glands. We have some of those over in our crate, and we need a macerator. Macerator was here. What's in that? Oh, okay, servo motor. So we do need a servo motor maker shortly. These little basic laser energy transmitters. It's a little unclear, so check this out. Maximum range is 32, but when you put them down, don't I have some? Yeah, I do. When you put them down, it acts like it'll go for 64. So I don't know anymore. I don't think they do. I think they only go 32. So I believe we want some of these. And I'm going to make a few. Can we do a conversion in our crafting menu here? We can from the basics. So let's make one more basic. You know what? I won't do it because we're going to get some back when we go over there. So never mind. We won't worry about that. We do need a few. Okay, we've got a few pyrothermic generators. Let's continue seeing what else we can make that might be of import to us. Some anti-gravity lifts. I've never even seen these before. Slow and efficient vertical transport. Stand in it and press space. Tin plate? Really? Oh, okay. Maybe we'll try that. I have never even noticed those before. Those are new to me. Trying to see if there's anything else power related we need. A turret Mark II needs a primary upgrade module, so we're going to want to do that. I guess we can make a threat scanner and an attack scanner, which we haven't made before. I don't think we need any more of that. We do have a Spiderbot, which is a big robot that's he's trundling around here somewhere. He's not much good until we give him a charging base, charge him up, and give him a cannon. I do not see him anymore, so I'm not sure exactly where he is. Anyway, let's take a look at... Yeah, there you are. I think this is a clock that shows us how long until the next attack. It's a little derpy. I think it's got to sync itself up with the system. I'm not entirely sure how it operates. I do know the threat scanner. We can throw that guy down, and he'll make he's a little radar guy. And he's going to tell us our base rating, how many mobs we killed, the next attack's estimated in 37 minutes. So, kind of matches up with the clock. Alright, well there's that. Let's get rid of that. Get this stuff off of my HUD. Find this. We'll chuck that in there. Is there anything else we don't want on us right now? No, I think we're okay. I'm going to throw this guy into the paste maker over here. And we got to keep doing this, of course. Okay, what we're going to do, though, is we're going to get some power going down here. So, let me dig down here a little bit, and we'll have a look at it. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put a power block here, so we'll put a transmitter right here. So let's do that. And then we don't need a super fancy power block right now. I would like for these to be really nicely upgraded later on, but for now we don't really need it. We're okay with that, I think. And then if we just throw a pyrotherm on top of that guy, and grab, I still have some hoppers, that's good. I'm going to throw a hopper in front of it, and I'm going to give it some coal. We'll get it some coal from the environment here soon. There's some copper right there. That might be our closest copper, we'll have to check that out. So anyway, we're sending some power down to the basement now. We'll probably want to upgrade the lens on that guy, and in fact, you know what, let's go ahead and do that. We found a few diamonds. I found a few diamonds, but we saw them the other day when I scanned for it. I just was down in the neighborhood and I thought I'd grab them. So we can take these and we can turn these into a focusing lens, which we learned the recipe for. So let's make a couple of those. I'm not going to stress over copper. I've got 2K of them right now, so we can focus on this other stuff for just a little bit here. So if we dig down here and have a look into you, we can click and it'll give it your best lens. If that's not your intended option, if you didn't want to give it the best lens, how to avoid that, I don't know, because it gives you the best lens. You have to break it to get it out, as far as I know. I can't seem to pull them out, but maybe you can. Maybe if you have inventory open, you can just grab them out of there. So anyway, we're sending some power downstairs now, and that's good. Let's get some more in here, and we'll pop back down. I'm not too worried about this attack. The bugs are going to win for now. We'll get some Mark II turrets made up, though. I think as soon as we get this wired up, we'll pop up and we'll make that upgrade creator thingy. Okay, so we're standing on 64, and we put that laser energy transmitter a couple below the surface. So in theory, we could push it down like 1, but I actually want the beam going this way. Okay, all will become clear. I'm sure of it. We need this thing to face like that. And then we want this one to face downward. No. Hang on just a second. We put a block under this to keep it from falling all the way to the bottom. Are you coming? Laser energy transmitter. It is coming. I can't quite tell where it's getting to, though. Of course, I can't get out of here. Can I have a rock under me? Thank you. Let's see if it's getting here. Eventually, we're going to do some serious power transfer coming on down. But for now, okay, that is working. Awesome. So let's get rid of that again. And then let's put this guy going down. So we're just going to gather some here. We're going to send some over to iron, and we're going to send some down. We're also going to put some turrets on these things for later on when we start having ore that we have to worry about. So now our transmitter ought to be coming over to here. It is. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a power storage block right there. It's not that far. In fact, it'll tell us how far away the thing it connected is. Power connected to at 27 meters. So 2 turrets ought to cover this area here. No big deal. And then we'll want one of these guys going over here. There we go. You should be getting power automatically now. You are. Wonderful. So now all we need to do is to get this stuff out of here, and I think what we'll probably do is just drag it back along here. Oops, cut that a little bit more than I needed to. We'll just drag it back along here on conveyor belts, and then we'll just shoot it straight up that hole next to all of this. Eventually we'll be bringing stuff up with what's known as a cargo lift, which has a pretty good capacity. I think it'll hold like 600 items. These conveyor belts are pretty slow, and later on we will get better conveyor belts, but for now I think this is what we're going to be going with. So we got iron powered, and powering lithium will be much the same. I don't think I'm going to do that right now though. Let's go up and make that upgrade thingy. Alright, clear off the bar a little bit. And by the way, when I'm digging those shafts, I usually put the lights on what I consider to be the backside. In this case, the backside facing away from that. So if we line up, put our back to those lights, they give us some warmth as we come up the tunnel, and they also put us out facing the way we want to come. I kind of like to take them out when I put the elevators, though, so I never know exactly which direction I'm going to be facing. It's a very, very minor issue. First world problems, right? But still. Let's see, what are we going to do? We're going to make that upgrade thing. Primary upgrade thingy. Where is the primary upgrade thingy? There it is. Primary upgrade module maker. Just lightweight machine housings, okay. And let's just make a handful of turrets, I guess, because we're going to need them. I got to put them back on my hotbar, of course. I don't mind, you know, putting stuff on and off the hotbar. I find it's useful to, you know, keep this thing what you need it to be. So this is going to need some power, I believe. We can do it locally here. Actually, I'll put it on this side. So let's see what it needs. It's always best to just sort of put one down, and it'll usually tell you that it doesn't have any valid attached hoppers, so throw a hopper on it, and then it'll usually tell you what it's looking for. It's looking for primary PCBs. So we're going to need 2 space, and then a, okay, so let's see. If we put it right, if we want it to start right here, which I kind of do, actually, let's just pull it back. It's fine. We're going to need a extruder, a coiler, a PCB maker. So 3 spaces for that. I'll go ahead and make this remove only, add only. And then we're going to want to put a conveyor belt down to get it into the next hopper, which is going to be here, and that's going to be remove only. And then we're going to have one here, and that's going to be add only. Put the upgrade maker right there. And then we need to power it. So let's grab some more stuff. I will put a power block on it, I guess. And I'll put the PTG here, and I guess I could just go ahead and put a hopper on top, and then we can throw coal in it. So let's give that thing some power. Unfortunately, we won't be able to touch it. I guess we'd come on the other side and touch it. If and we need to. We need to have some of these other machines. From the extrusion plant, coiler plant we have. We need some copper coil. I believe this machine should have some copper coils in it, right? It does. I don't want all of them, but let's see. I don't know of a way to take out just one. Maybe there is a way. I think now there should be another one in there, so if I do that, yeah, okay, I've got a couple. That's fine. We're going to need a few of these things anyway, so it's alright if we have a few coils laying around. Let's make one of those. And you're going to go right there. And then we got to find the rest of this junk. There's the extruder. There's the coiler. Extruder. Coiler. And you want primary PCBs. I think primaries are copper, but I think we can see. No, that's a basic. Where are my... Huh. Okay, I thought I had some... of these. Primary PCBs, yeah. It's 10. 10, no problem. Problem is remembering what they're called. Later on, they're going to be like fortified PCBs and all kinds of stuff. There goes one of those camo bots, by the way. See him slinking around over there? And they'll hush up and become a cube when you look at them, when they know you're looking at them. I don't know what their story is, but they will get your power and eat it. So you've got 0 PPS, you say. Why is that? Cannot locate 10 primary PCBs. Okay, well, it's going to take a minute before it gets them. But it will be getting them, and it will hopefully put our upgrade modules in there. Let's let that run for a little bit. And then the other thing we need is the laboratory. So I've made up some experimental pods. We need 5 times 3, so 15 plus PCBs. We've got to build 3 of these. This will make 9. We need 27. So crafting. Here goes 3 of them. It probably put them there. It did. All right, where are we going to put research? We'll probably put it down and then take it back up at some point, to be honest. So if we put it here, how would that be? Let's smash it back here a little bit. You know what? I don't care if it's centered right now, because again, we will be moving this thing around. We're going to need to power it like incredibly strongly. And you know what? It can just go right level on the ground. It doesn't need to get set in. So let me go back and do that. So you can build to me with this? Yeah, you can. Some things you can, some things you can't. And I don't know which things are which. Let's stick another one up there. There we go. It becomes our weird looking research thing. If we put... Thank you. If we put a hopper on here and throw some stuff in it. So I've put these guys on my bar. I'm just going to chuck them all in there. We can see that there's a number of research projects. This little interface here is a little hard to look at. A few different things. Minor upgrades would be good. A lot of this stuff, you can click on it and see what it is in a you can see the requirements here. But if you open up your manual and go to research, you can see what each of these things do. So let's take a look at cold research, because remember I said our power usage goes way up in the cold environment. So if we do cold research, it takes 10 simplified, 5 basics, which I think I've got in there. It will teach us to make a suit heater and a Constructobot cold protector, which is new to me. I think Constructobots are new gadgets that actually just build stuff. Anyway, I've already built the stuff to make that happen, so let's go ahead and do it. We'll tell it to get started, but you notice it's got 0 out of 3,000 power. It takes a full charge of power, so 3,000 power, to go through each of these pods, and it'll kind of run down a little tick-off climber there. So what we need to do is get this thing some power, and I'm just going to remove some stuff from my toolbar again. And wow, I don't have a lot of these power storage blocks anymore. I let them go away, so I guess we need to make a few more. Now this might be worth making some of these, but we don't have the primary upgrade modules to do them. Crafting. So for now, I'm just going to do 6 of them, and another PTG, please, too, if you would. Actually, let's get 2 more of these. Let's see, do we have an ore extractor? We do. Do we have a basic drill motor? We do. And then what else do we need? Maybe we need just a couple more hoppers. What we're going to do is we're going to exploit some nearby coal, maybe from back there, which means we'll probably also need a few of these guys. So let's just grab 25 of them. And let's see, let's get some of that on our toolbar too. There we go. Okay, so we're going to throw some power storage blocks here. You can put one PTG on here if you want to. It'll just take a while to work. But we're going to start with 6. We'll probably do a second row up here on top as we're scaling up. But for now we got those guys, and we can throw down some hoppers. Now, because we're not going to give these hoppers any instructions, they're going to share their resources. And do I want to make a splitter thing? Splitter things are pretty derpy. Let's see, can we even make one? No, we don't know the recipe for that. Let's take a look in here. Priority splitter, what does that do? Sends all incoming items right unless blocked, then left. That's not really what I want. Isn't there just a regular splitter? I thought there was. Conveyor turntable? Automatically rotates after transferring items, avoids placed in adjacent stored hopper or other, used to split conveyor lines. That's what it is. It just looks different. It looks like a record player, which is not what I expected. So anyway, let's see. Let's throw this back. Let's throw this back here, and it's just going to rotate around and kind of play round robin with our outputs. So that's fine. We can do this with it. Our slime party is not going to probably make me very happy. Arthur, you jumping in front of me, dude. Why don't you shine your light over here? Not going to do that, are you? Alright, that should split our coal input. And let's just pop over here to the coal. Build to me. And we will get it going. So if we throw our hopper right there. Gadget right there. I don't have another power storage block, and I'd like to have one. Long reach crafting is very handy. Just another one of these. And we'll throw a PTG in here, and we'll give it a little bit of coal. Alright, that is going to work for a little bit. Let's grab our, let's grab out some of these pristine phosphorescent glands out of here. See if we're getting coal. We appear to be, and it looks like they're starting up. Let's give these guys a little bit of a head start. I'll throw 10 coal in each of them. There we go. And you can see it's struggling, right? But it's almost through one of the pods, and now it's going to keep going. So let's let that do its thing for a little bit. And we probably ran out all kinds of stuff over here. We got 9 primary upgrade modules. Okay, well that's a start. Well, let's put some more copper in here, and let's refill ourselves on copper actually, because we're going to start throwing a fair bit in there. Grab this construction paste. I've let this hopper thingy here run out. Get more of that going. Again, not too terribly worried about it. I mean, I'd like to have a steady stream through, but sometimes that's easier said than done when you're trying to do certain things. I don't know if you guys have ever played the game Raft. A pretty cool little crafting survival game, early access. You're sort of floating around on a stick in the ocean, and you've got a grappling hook to grab, you know, the plastic and wood and whatnot that's floating at you. And that game, for the first, I don't know, couple hours until you make some, maybe hour, until you make some automatic collection nets, you're jumping around like a fool trying to get stuff going on in that game. Once you get the collection nets up and get your food sort of taken care of, it's not too bad. But boy, at first it is super dramatic with the jumping about. Oh boy, looks like we're going to want these sooner rather than later. Can we build 6 more PTGs? It's just we're going all in here. Well, I don't know if it's all in, but we're going to go as much as we can do. So we're going to throw some up there. And then what I think we're going to do is just temporarily stop this. Do these things... Oh, they don't. Okay, well that's weird. I had a brief instant the other night where I stepped on one of these PTGs and it burned me. That's never been the case previously. And it was only the case in the new mutators, where you actually get hurt by stepping on certain machines. So I thought maybe, oh, is that a part of the base game? But no. Apparently it was just it got confused. There we go. We'll do that. And over here too. That'll give us a little bit more power. We'll also do one of those coal enrichers at some point in the very near future. And that will help out as well. I think it doubles up your power to your stuff. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of coal back in these. Again, they will share coal, but it takes a little while to percolate across. You can see one has already made it into that next one, but let's just make sure they've got enough to go on. And now if we look at it, it ought to be going a little bit quicker, although you may not even be able to tell. I can see that these batteries aren't getting drained. One reason you want bigger batteries on here is because in between researches, it would be nice to store up energy that you then use later. Of course, you can beam your energy. I see you sneaking over there. If you can, of course, beam your energy over to them, which will be fine. I think we've probably driven down our time to attack over there. I'm going to grab these out too. In order to get the research points, okay, laboratory has finished cold research. In order to get those out of there, collect this research, and now we instantly have access to those new recipes and stuff. If we switch mode though, it'll say no items to analyze. Well, we can put our items in here, our little research items in there like that. And now it's going to go through and research them. We'll grab some research points. I think it's 5 each or something like that. Now, do we have to get the recipe out of here? Yeah, we do. Grab that. And there was also a bot thing, but I don't think we can do that. And this thing, can we build it? We can. Crafting. Awesome. I wasn't sure if it took some tier 2 gear or not. So if we throw that in, now we can go down and hang about in the cold cavern, and we can probably get some more research down there, some more research points. So let's head down. I'm not going to worry about that attack right now. We will heavily defend the base, but for now, it's a minor inconvenience if it goes down, and it's more of an inconvenience putting a bunch of resources into it. So I'm going to do that. Tempted to put another one on top. But you know what? It's alright. I don't have the smelting capacity for it anyway. So it doesn't really matter how fast you collect it. Go down here. We'll get the lithium. Probably have to recharge it. Do I have some battery thingies on me? Have I got... Yeah, I've got some of these guys. So Arthur's all charged up though. Oh, and I forgot. We're at a whole new power level now. So it's not nearly as painful. Arthur's got like 8 times the charge he had before, so we're actually square. I think that's fine. So let's pop down here. Gotta remember there's some coal right under us. I guess we could start working on super digging a little bit of this, but I don't want to bore you guys with it. I mean, to do it, it's control and right click, and it takes a few times. And you're getting the resource instead of rubble, as if you just tried to right-click, you'd be getting rubble. But you can see that with our upgraded battery, we can actually get through a block of this and maybe a little bit more of another one without having to recharge. That's pretty handy, but still, that's bigger than I want to try to dig through by hand, so we'll just leave it for now. We also have this giant clump of iron. How much is this? Ow, okay. That's pretty big, 15 million. We do have some copper down this way too. I mean, I wouldn't get it from all the way down here, but I think up closer to iron there's some copper, and once we start piping stuff up, we could go ahead and do that. So this stuff here is sand. It's kind of Minecrafty, right? Of course, now it's not going to do it. You try to dig a hole through this stuff and it'll sure tell you about sliding, but right now it's not moving for some reason. Normally it sort of... Come on now. You gonna make a liar out of me? Really? Okay, well normally sand like slides around and stuff and causes problems. You can kind of see from the shape of it what it's been doing over here. Let's see, our temperature, yeah, look at the temperature. It's gone down to negative 100. I wasn't even able to come down here. I came down here just a tiny bit, and by that time I was already dying. So we already know that one, I guess. So there's nothing down here. Well, let's check out this side, I guess. Is that hole still there? What is that? I wonder why it didn't fall. Okay. I won't question it, but I've dug enough holes through that stuff to know how it behaves, and it is usually a pain in the butt. So our suit heater is keeping us quite warm, and we're only at 0.8 battery usage, which is great. On the surface, I think it'll be next to nothing, thanks to that suit heater. You notice though there's a little snowflake blinking in the middle of our upper toolbar, and that is showing us that the environmental condition is cold. There's also, notice, a fire symbol, which is the environment is hot, as you might imagine. There's a skull and crossbones symbol, which means poisonous, which we'll have to deal with a filter. And then there's also a radioactive one, and then a limited oxygen one. I don't know what the limited oxygen one is all about, frankly. Is that crystal? Yeah, that's a crystal deposit. Is there anything else down here? Yeah, there's some more. There's quite a bit of this cold cavern flora that we'll eventually find out about, and it's super foggy down here with this green weird fog. I just want to grab some of this research and throw some lights down here and see what's up. I think we know that one. You can see some red glow over there. That's another kind of crystal, a ruby. And then there's also green, which is an emerald. And I think there is, I think the emerald lens is maybe one of the better ones. There are some lighter ones too. Sugalite. Okay, that must be sand. I can't build on top of it. But you can see how the sand is falling down. And that is a massive crystal, man, isn't it? Or is it just a slab? Oh, it's just a slab. Usually they're just like a slab. But there's nearly 1 million. That's a fair bit of crystal. So good stuff. Okay, let's get out of here. And we'll head back up. And actually, I think we're probably getting long on time for the episode. We've done a few. I've done a few really long ones. Probably going to start limiting them a little bit. What's up here? Anything? But it, you know, it takes a while to do anything in this game, and I just wanted to kind of give a complete a complete look at it early on. Yeah, it looks like that's just a big skinny nothing. We can get up in there if we wanted to, but there's nothing to see. So I think we're just gonna bail, head back to the surface, and I will see you guys next time around. Thanks for joining me for FortressCraft Evolved.